Good morning, guys. What is up? Alright. Let me see here. Alright, that's looking good. Everything's looking fine. Potatoon, what's going on over there on Twitch? On YouTube, Alex, Ricky B, Arlinga, Local Boy, let's see, JM or Jim, not sure. My name is not sure. Jerry, let's see, Gerardo there on Facebook, what's going on? Greetings from Indonesia. Ah, nice. Good morning. Seko, Mercenary. What's going on? Danny Swarley. Hello. James over there on Facebook as well too said, been curious about this kit. I want all the Seed and Seed Destiny models in 100 scale. Yeah. We kind of got more confirmation that the upcoming 100 scale Freedom Gundam is going to be, in fact, a full mechanics kit. I think when they first showed it off, it wasn't technically shown to be that it was going to be a full mechanics kit. I think like at first it just said 1/100 scale, so we didn't really know what that was really going to be entirely about. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a full mechanics, which is going to be interesting to see how that compares to the Freedom 2.0. Certainly will be cheaper, I'm sure, but Freedom 2.0 not that expensive. First time here, Eduardo. Welcome. Before we get into the build for the topic at hand, I really wish that I could just have Ginn Juice playing for the soundtrack of this live stream, just playing on repeat for the whole time. But unfortunately, I think that would get my live stream. I certainly wouldn't be able to monetize it, and it probably might even get taken down even before before I finish. They might just take it down live if I'm just streaming like licensed music like that. I don't know how that one might work out, but it certainly wouldn't be good. So no Snoop Dogg for us this morning, unfortunately, guys. Sorry. But if you want to put it on in the background, like on your own, just open it in like a new tab or something. By all means, help you get in the mood. It's good entertainment for late night work. Very nice. Might be risky, yes. Yeah. On Twitch, I could probably get away with it. It still might, it wouldn't get monetized. I don't know exactly how that works on Twitch, but I'm sure it wouldn't be able to monetize that. YouTube, though, surely wouldn't last long. Alright. Just doing a little sharing here first. Copy. And also, alright. Don't risk it for the biscuit. Alright. On Twitch, the video might get muted, at least parts. Oh, okay, well, not that big a loss. I mean, you'd miss out on hearing me talking about whatever I'm talking about, but you'd still be able to see the build, so I guess not that big a thing. Art with the What Up Gay Boy. I'm excited for this build. Wow, taking me back to the elementary school days with that calling everybody gay boy. So yes, we got the gin, we got the juice. You know, usually I'm drinking coffee, but for this, I almost forgot about the idea to do the whole gin and juice thing. And so like 20 minutes before I started, I had to run to the convenience store, which fortunately is just right around the corner, and get some juice. They didn't have a lot of options. It was like orange juice, apple juice, or this grapefruit juice. Hey, what's going on, Patrick? Shout out to USA Gundam Store for the reward program. You use those points to buy this kit. Very nice. Yes. And speaking of USA Gundam Store, a reminder to you guys that tonight I'll be live with Adam once again for a live stream on the USA Gundam TV YouTube channel, where you guys, the kit we're giving away this week is the Master Grade P Bandai Master Grade Gym Sniper White Dingo version. So if you guys haven't been watching those live streams for the past couple months, we've been doing a giveaway every time. It's, I think, always been the P Bandai Master Grade kit, mostly. So definitely check those out. All you gotta do to win is, before the live stream, also very important, before the live stream starts, go onto one of the different social media platforms and post a question for us to answer during the live stream. We never actually get around to answering all the questions because there's just too many of them, but just posting your question will at least get you entered into winning the kit. So just post your question on there, either on the USA Gundam Store Facebook page, Instagram accounts, or the USA Gundam TV YouTube channel. So check that out. And it's a good time just to hang out and hear Adam and I talking about different stuff, answering your guys' questions. A lot of questions like related to just, you know, running the business and stuff. So if you're interested in like hearing kind of that background of just like running a Gundam business, it's cool. And D'Angelo, as always, thank you so much for the super chat there. Cheers! It is time to build this thing. This is a design that I really like, so I've been looking forward to this Master Grade coming out. That said, yeah, I'm not sure I like every aspect of the design, but we'll see. It's basically, I feel like a broken record talking about it, so I kind of don't even want to mention about it, but yeah, with like the Zaku Warrior, as I've talked about many times now, I love the Zaku Warrior design from the series, but the Master Grade kit, I think, is stylized in a way that is not really, I wish they wouldn't have stylized it in that way. I wish they would have made it more closer to just the original anime design. And the same thing for this. They're stylized in a way that matches really well with the Freedom 2.0 kind of very edgy, angular, detailed design. And it might appeal to some people. I mean, if it appeals to you, then, you know. By all means, just for my personal taste, I would have liked something a little closer to like the original anime design, which obviously in the anime is very not detailed because it's just a kind of animated illustration that they're just using there. So obviously it's going to have to be a little bit more detailed than what we see in the anime. It can't be just like a 100 scale version, at least like outer detail wise. Can't be a 100 scale version of like an HD or something. Nobody's going to like that. So it's got to be detailed. Just the design that they went with for the detail, just, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. Any of you guys also feel the same? I know I've talked about that a bunch of times, but I don't know if it's something that I've really seen a lot of people in agreement with or not. I don't know if I'm kind of in the minority with that opinion. It seems like that one, it's fine, doesn't matter. But does this kit share the same frame as the Zaku Warrior? Yes, not entirely, but a lot of the frame comes from the Zaku Warriors. Yes, the frame, as you guys will see in the unboxing later on, the frame is the Zaft frame, as it's labeled. So yeah, it's got, I think it had like 1 or 2 new runners of frame parts for this, at least one, obviously. Maybe another little one in there as well too. But yeah, most of the frame is coming from the Zaft frame. For like the arms and the legs especially. Arms, legs, the feet. I think like just the torso and the head is kind of the majority of what's really new regarding the frame. No piping bits for this, like how the Zaku Warrior has for the legs. This one obviously doesn't have any piping bits on the legs, so you don't have that. But also similarly, like with the Zaku Warrior, this one seems like it's gonna be a little bit on the simple side. Certainly, it has a good amount of parts, but I don't know. Preparing all the parts for the live stream, yesterday, cutting out all the parts and removing all the nubs and everything ahead of time, it was a very quick process, and that's the same thing every time. And I think I've built 3 Zaku Warriors now at this point. 3 or 4? 3. Right, yeah. The original red one, the green one, then the Izak's blue one, I think. That's all. Yeah. So every time it's a very fast build. And so as I've talked about, if you guys have watched my review of the Zaku Warrior, the original one, I talked about this more so in detail than the later P Bandai versions, but yeah, it feels kind of on the border of being a RE100 kit. So it's kind of like in between Master Grade and RE100. It still totally fits the criteria of being a Master Grade, so I don't want to say, oh, it doesn't quite live up to being a Master Grade. It totally does, but it's a Master Grade that's a little bit more on the simple side, so that makes it feel a little bit like similar to an RE100 kit. But kind of interesting how this has, here's your torso like that, and then you have these sections like on the side of the torso. That's different. And so that will just plug into there like that. Okay, interesting. So this section on the side of the torso here will slide back and forth like that. Interesting. So it's not like the Freedom Gundam 2.0 exactly, for example, like how the sides of the torso kind of move a whole lot. This one doesn't move like in and out like that. If you try that, it'll just come off, but it just slides forward and back. So I'm not sure how exactly that will help with the articulation, but I guess maybe for like bringing the arms across the front of the chest, if you can move that back and out of the way, you can bring the arm across the front of the chest easier, I guess. Alright, answering some of your questions. Yes, I've just kind of been going on and on and on, I know, and not really paying attention to the chat so far, but let me see. Luke Carrington asks, do you think after a while they'll do a bunch of P-Bandai versions of this like with Zaku Warrior? Yes, of course. Yeah, surely. That's why they made it, so that they can make variants of it. Yeah, I don't know, when or exactly how many, but I would say at least 1 or 2 variants will come out. But the proximity is the question. When? It's going to be by the end of this year. You expect to see some. Sometimes when kits come out, like as soon as the regular kit comes out, we see like an announcement for a P-Bandai variant straight away. Or other times it'd be like 2 years down the line. So, who knows? Cruel asked, my Ginn should arrive tomorrow or next week once the shop owner drives it to me. Really excited. Very nice. And James over there on Facebook said, I've only built the Luna Maria Zaku and the no-grade orange one. No others to compare it to. We're looking forward to the Full Mechanics Calamity. Yes, the Full Mechanics Calamity will be a lot of fun. Also looking forward to that. And looking forward to seeing where they go with that line. The Full Mechanics is not a new line, obviously, but interesting to see where they're going with that. I figured it was just going to be a thing for a few IBO kits that we got before, and then that kind of ended, and I didn't expect to see any more out of the Full Mechanics line. I thought that was going to be it, but now it's back, and it should be interesting. Are they going to do, now they're doing Seed, could they also release like Full Mechanics design from G Gundam or something? It seems like Full Mechanics is only going to be non-UC things, would be my estimation. If it's a 100 scale release that's not a Master Grade of a design from Universal Century, it seems like that would be an RE100 kit. If not from Universal Century, then it would fall under the Full Mechanics line. This is just arbitrary. There's not any reason for that, but it seems like that's kind of how they've done that. So As far as future releases in the full mechanics line, I would not expect to see anything from Universal Century, but probably something from just any alternate Century series. So I don't know. G Gundam is just kind of that's just wishful thinking on my part, but I don't know. It's possible they could go back to Iron Blood Orphans. I would kind of highly doubt that. But, you know, it's not impossible. It's just improbable, in my opinion. Yes. So I would expect they'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 more kits from Gundam Seed, though, before they, you know, do something else in the line. So like before, if they moved on to releasing something from 00 or something, like they could do something from 00, like releasing like one of the throne designs or like an Arc Gundam or something like that as a 100 scale full mechanics kit. That's totally possible. One of those ones where it may not have the popularity there, or may not be worth the investment from Bandai to do a full-on master grade, but doing it as a full mechanics 100 scale kit would be a way to make it in 100 scale for the fans and make it a you know, good solid kit, but it's not as much of investment of resources for Bandai. So here's for the head. You got the top half, which you'll remove. Oh, and I better not forget the clear part in there as well too. The top half, which you'll remove for when you want to turn the mono eye, because otherwise you can't turn the mono eye from underneath, or like with the Zaku 2.0, for example, where you like turn the head and the mono eye turns with it. You just have to actually remove the top of the head, which is a little bit annoying. Kind of one thing that I definitely did not like about this design is how the head feels a little bit like a bobblehead. There's kind of a gap here between the top of the torso and the head, and that gap I don't really like. Kind of, even if you're trying to get this like the chin down, eyes up, mean look of that, then you got like this big gap there, which I don't know. We'll see. It seems like a little bit too much of like a pencil neck there between the head and the body. So maybe if there was a way to kind of beef that up inside there a little bit, adding some detail part or something maybe would help with that. Oh, Patrick, what's going on? Also, hey, Mike. Skyer's there in the chat as well too. What's going on, Mike? And Patrick, thank you so much for the super chat there. Really appreciate that. Would you want a Nightingale in a different grade, or... Oh my, guys, the stalker is back peeping at me outside. But she looks hot. Would I want a Nightingale in a different grade or scale, or are you glad it's HG because that's your favorite? I don't know if I would necessarily say that HG is my favorite, but yeah, probably. But would I want it in anything else, any other grade or scale? I don't think so, honestly. Like, a lot of people were saying that they wanted an RG Nightingale, which is so weird. I don't know what's happening. Like, over the past maybe year, I guess, but maybe it's due to like a lot of influx of Gunpla fans because of the whole pandemic and everything. I know that there's been a lot more people kind of discovering the hobby, which is great. But maybe it's because of that influx of a lot of new fans who are kind of new to the hobby, and people make some very wild predictions that sort of like, as someone a bit more seasoned in the hobby, it's like crazy that people would even like have that idea. But I mean, on the other hand, Bandai does some really weird stuff sometimes. So I mean, nothing's out of the realm of possibility, but some things that people come up with always kind of blow my mind. So like, for example, a couple days ago, the pre-orders came out for the Nightingale and the Hainu, I should say. And people were saying that they were hoping that Bandai would make an RG Nightingale to go with the RG Hainu. I was like, they're releasing the HG like at the same time. That's the whole point of releasing the HG. Why would they then also later make an RG of that as well too? It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, yeah, anything's possible, but I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of silly. But yeah, there's been a lot of different examples of that kind of thinking with a lot of stuff, that like there's nothing wrong with like just saying what you hope will come out or whatever, you know, stating something that you hope Bandai will make. It often has to do with RG, I find too. A lot of people want stuff in the RG line, and if you think about it, the RG line has been around for 10 years, over 10 years, and there's been like, how many in like the, just not including like P Bandai releases, but just like main releases in the line, there's been like 40 kits. So, you know, there's not that many RGs out there. They don't make a ton of them. It's not like HGs where they make like dozens in a year of different stuff. So, you know, I'll see that a lot of times, people saying they want this and that and this and that to come out as an RG. It's like, again, fair enough to want what you want, but the RG line is pretty exclusive. Bandai doesn't make a whole lot of things as RG kits, so to hope for something to come out as an RG is kind of lost hope in my estimation, if that makes sense. I don't know if lost hope is a thing, but anyway, it's a lost cause. It's a pipe dream. There you go. Maybe that's the better expression for that. But I mean, yeah. My point is, that was pretty crazy to see a lot of people sort of making their predictions or expressing their hope for an RG Nightingale. As for me personally, though, no, yeah, I'm totally happy with the HG. I think the HG looks great. I think the HG looks very similar to the Robot Damashi, which is fantastic, because the Robot Damashi, when that came out, if you guys will remember, I talked about it in the Gunpla News video at that time. And I remember talking about how I thought that it was the best looking Nightingale to date. And yeah, so basically to have that design, which I think looks fantastic, to come out as an HG kit, I'm totally happy with. Obviously, if they made a master grade or an RG kit, it would be more detailed, but I don't really care so much about that, to be honest. I think it's detailed enough for me. For a design like that, I mean, some designs, yeah, it would be cool to have a more detailed version of it, but for something like that, you know, the Nightingale, just because of its design, it's kind of like the Zaku 2. Like the Master Grade 2.0 Zaku 2 is, you know, externally it doesn't have a ton of detail, but it's still like one of my favorite kits, and such a fun kit to build, and such a great kit in my estimation, even though it doesn't have a ton of external detail. For the Zaku 2's design, I don't think that necessarily warrants to be super detailed on the outside, like the RG or the Mega Sized. Alright, so we skipped ahead to the waist section. Now we'll skip back to actually the arms and legs. Both of them I skipped over, but the arms are first, but I want to build the legs first, so let's do that. And the leg construction seems basically very similar to the Zaku Warrior. The frame is mostly the same, and just the general construction of the armor then around the frame obviously going to be very similar as well too. Oh, And what was that? XN Sever said, do you have any predictions on what the mystery MG is? Ah, yes, the mystery MG. Well, based on the price and the time when it's coming out in August, that makes me think that it could very well be the Master Grade Dom. But the reason that that's strange is it's kind of weird why it would be a secret. If it was the Master Grade Dom version 1.5 or whatever they're calling it, the new version of the Dom, why would they not have a picture and a full title for that? Why would it be just like a untitled mobile suit or something like that, whatever it is there online? Because we already know the Dom's coming, so there's no reason to hide the release from that, or to be secretive about the release of that by any means. So that reason makes me think that it's not the Dom. So if it's not the Dom, then what else could it be? Because it's coming out in August, that's pretty soon, so it's likely to be something that we've already heard about, but we haven't really heard about anything else other than the Dom. So well, the Virtue, I guess. And I think it's definitely can't be the Virtue just because of the price. There's no way that the Virtue is going to cost less than $50. I think that's kind of impossible. Unless they release the Virtue without the Nadley. But I think we've already seen... Have we seen or not? I don't know. I don't remember. But have they shown the MG Nadley, like without the Virtue armor? I don't remember if we've seen that at a show like a couple months ago. It seems like I vaguely remember that they did show that at a show a couple months ago or something, but now I kind of don't recall. Anyway, if it was the Virtue without the Nadley inside, then possibly could be that, but yes, yeah, pretty sure they did, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, so then I think that pretty much rules out any possibility of the mystery MG being the Virtue either, because it's just, there's no way that it's that cheap for the size and the amount of plastic that would go into that. So, yeah, that leaves us with certainly a mystery as to what it might be. I mentioned on Facebook that I think it's possible it could be a new IBO MG, because we've been expecting to see some sort of IBO MG come out using the frame. They've got the frame, and we're all expecting that it's just a matter of time until they make some other different Gundams from Iron Blood Orphans. Yeah, the only thing is just the proximity is weird, because it's coming out in August, which is pretty soon, and we don't have any idea what it is yet. So usually they'll announce something a little bit farther in advance. To release something kind of on that short notice is a bit unusual. But yeah, I don't know. It could be something entirely out of left field, like some other different like variant of like the Master Grade Gym Sniper or something, you know, just like totally random, something that Bandai is just kind of dropping in there. It's not like a big major release, but just something else to just kind of throw out there, you know. That could be possible. It could be something entirely random like that. I don't know. It could be a Master Grade Nero, which would be awesome, because they've been releasing, you know, every so often different stuff from Gundam Sentinel. Obviously, we have the Mark V, which just came out, but then in recent history, we've had the Deep Striker and the XSS Gundam version 1.5 come out. The FAZ come out, so it could be something else from Gundam Sentinel, which there's not a whole lot else from Gundam Sentinel. I mean, if it's like a Zeku Ainz or something like that, I feel like we probably would have a little bit more of a heads up about that. That'd be a bit more of a thing, rather than you know, just something to just kind of release very suddenly. Nero is possible. I still think that's probably not likely, but what do you think of the new Naoki kits? Mike, are you talking about the new Naoki kits that were like just the shadow teaser in the Gundam Hobby Life magazine that I took a look at last week? Or did he actually show what they're going to be? Or which ones are you talking about? If he actually showed something new, then I haven't seen it yet. And I just was looking at his Twitter, I feel like just last night or something. Because he posted something about modifications to like HG Zaku feet. He's been doing that recently, posting... Okay, I need to turn that down, it's annoying. He's been posting that... oh, they did show them, okay. Send me a link or something, and by like... somewhere, however you can. If you can send me a link, I'll check it out right now if I can't find it straight away. If I just look on Naoki's Twitter, can I see it right now? I see this very cool round facer that he's got there. And I'm not seeing anything on Naoki's Twitter. I don't think nothing looks new here. Is it on just Bandai? It's not my phone ringing, it's alerts. Someone's doing something. Is this it? I'm seeing Bandai's Twitter, and there's a new HG Gundam. That's not that, obviously. And the new expansion parts for the Gundam. I'm not seeing it, Mike. You'll have to send me a link. What do you say? Sent via Facebook, okay. Let me see. Oh, it is on Twitter. Oh. What's this? Oh, this is, these are Super Robot Wars kits. Mike, these are not his new designs. Those are something, at least I don't know if they're like his original ones, because I'm not that familiar with Super Robot Wars. But anyway, they're not Gundam related, I know that. They're Super Robot Wars stuff. I don't know what of that is new or not, or whatever. But yes. Yeah, as far as I know, we haven't, and after just checking Naoki's page and Bandai's page, if it's not there, then that makes me pretty certain that we've not seen any news about what his new designs are yet, other than just the silhouette image in the Gundam Hobby Life magazine. Let's see. No worries. Yes. Ginn Juice today. That kid civil, that's enough of that spam if you don't mind. Gonna wrap that up. Just pop that beanie back on. And pop these side bits onto here. I was looking at the backpacks and it looked close. Yeah. I mean, it's got that kind of spiky look. But yeah, someone pointed out, or where was that? I think it was in my Discord or something. In my Discord, maybe I think the other day, someone was saying that, or in one of the comments on the video, maybe it was in one of the comments on the video or something, anyway, that one of the designs in that magazine, one of the new Naoki designs, looks like it's based off of the Bawu. And yeah, it certainly does. That was the legs. Whilst I was looking at that, I was thinking the leg design looks so familiar, I just couldn't place it. But yeah, then after I saw that comment or whatever, I realized, ah yes, those are Bawu legs. That's why it looks like that. Oh no, I forgot that piece. Shit. And it's not, hopefully, it's gonna be a piece that I can remove easily. Did your MG Mark V show up yet? No, my MG Mark V has not shown up yet, and I'm really wondering why not. As far as I know, though, I don't think that anyone in Korea has got theirs yet, because we get ours from the Korean P Bandai site. It's the Bandai's just a website here in Korea, and I don't know if it's released at all here yet. So I think Japan got it first. I haven't seen any like official details about that, but I know that that's kind of been a thing before. That's possible that they just release something in one particular location first for like an exclusivity kind of thing. But I think so. I think that maybe that was the case. Japan got it first, and then we get ours maybe next month or something, in May. It seems like. Let's see. Crow of the Leaf, what's going on? I never caught a stream before, but really got me back into building. That's good to hear. I'm glad you could catch the stream today. I'll be streaming twice more today. Later this afternoon I'll be live with Josh, but depending on where you are in the world, I know that's not a very ideal time for you. It's our afternoon, but if you're like in the United States, it's very late at night. And then I'll be streaming at night, which will be Friday morning for you guys in the US, with Adam on the USA Gundam TV channel, where again, just a reminder, we're giving away P Bandai MG kit. So check out the USA Gundam Store Facebook page or Instagram account or USA Gundam TV YouTube channel for details about that. You don't have to buy anything to enter. You don't have to live in the United States to enter. You can, wherever you are or whatever your situation is in the world, you can enter into that. Let me see, hang on. Val also said, I've ordered the MGEX today. Got 15 MG kits built so far. Will the LED gimmick of the MGEX be a difficult task for an average builder? I don't think so. Not really. Just just take your time. Just be patient. Take your time. Follow the instructions carefully, and you shouldn't have any problems. Just be careful. Kind of the general rule. If you're trying to put something together and it's not fitting together, just kind of back off it, take it apart again, and then try it again. Ew. What's going on, Matt? I don't know if I've seen you in the chat or in the live streams in the recent few, anyway. Zodiac also asked, how long have you lived in Korea? I've been here now 10 years. Crazy. And Matt, speaking of Last Pack Magic, I was mentioning this, I think, in a live stream last week, but I've been recently on a kick of watching some more Pokemon card openings on Leonhardt's channel on YouTube. I know I think I maybe talked to you about this before, whatever, that I used to, like a few months back, I was watching his channel, and then I just kind of stopped watching it for a while, because honestly it's not something that's like super interesting for me, but it's fun to watch. Over the past week or so, I've been kind of catching up on some Leonhardt videos. It's a fun time. He's a very positive guy, so good to watch. I'll kick back and just listen to that. Compared to other MG grunts, how does this kit compare to others? It's got a lot of external detail, but the frame is not as complex as like the Zaku, the Zaku 2 has a pretty complex frame also. the Gym Sniper 2, and like the kind of recent Gym Master Grade kits that we've got that are usually based off of the Master Grade Gundam 2.0 frame. So yeah, those are all, I think, a little bit, under the hood they have kind of more going on. The frame is more complex. The frame on this kit, and like with the Zaku Warrior as well too, because it's using the same frame, is pretty simple. And what do you say, Matt? I said the hobby is getting super expensive now, talking about the Pokemon card hobby. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be blowing up, but it seems like kind of because of the pandemic, a lot of hobbies have been blowing up. Like I was mentioning earlier about how over the past year, there's been a lot of new people getting into Gunpla or getting back into Gunpla because a lot of people have had more time at home, more time on their hands. So it's a good hobby for that. And I imagine it's kind of the same thing with Pokemon cards, probably. A lot of people sitting at home on the computer, wanting something to do, and maybe getting into collecting cards, opening cards, and doing stuff like that, I guess is something. Have you heard of the new live-action Gundam movie? Yeah. We'll see. Don't really have too much to estimate about that at the moment. Yeah, I'm getting into Gunpla a lot harder than I ever thought I was going to. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with both of the chats for YouTube and Twitch there, but I want to switch back over to YouTube here because there's a few different questions. What happened to Naoki's Titanomaquia? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That's, yeah, I mean, like, when I met him at Shizuoka Hobby Show, that was 2 years ago now, and that's when the stuff was first showing off there at that time, and I talked to him about it briefly, and it seemed cool, but I don't know what's going on with that. I couldn't tell you. It's kind of weird. Did the kits release, or was it a Kotobuki Webshop exclusive? It wasn't a Kotobuki Webshop exclusive thing, as far as I know, because they were separating it off. I think, what was it? Wave was going to be making the mecha kits, and Kotobuki was going to be making the character models. Junkyu says, have you heard of the new live-action movie? Okay, yeah, I answered about that. How tall is the Girl Gun Lady compared to an HG or other Musume kits? I've got it over there, but it's kind of out of reach. Sorry, Mike. But it seems pretty right on par with like the Figure-Eye Standard kits, so like all the Bandai's Figure-Eye Standard kits, which are pretty similar to like Frame Arms Girl in terms of like their height. So if you've built any of the Figure-Eye's Standard kits, they're all kind of about that same size. So yeah, similar like HG size, maybe slightly taller than a little bit taller, yeah, definitely than your average HG, but right around there. Is the mono-eye a separate part or molded in? Alex the Great. The mono-eye is molded together with like the pieces, like the ring part, and then the mono-eye is molded together with that. It's not a clear part. There's no clear part for the mono-eye. It's just a pink sticker on there. Okay, and let's see. Excited for the new Hathaway movie, Ramiro asked. Sort of. I mean, it'll be cool. I don't know. If it comes out to theaters here, I'll definitely try to see it in the theater. I will. Then going back over here to Twitch, what did you say? Matt said you can never find product, and when you do, you're limited to one item. Scalpers got to. Oh man, so like just people just buying it up everywhere like crazy, eh? It's good that, you know, the company's making money, so they're gonna keep putting out more. Don't dual stream. I'm fine, because usually there's not that much chat going on Twitch. Usually it's mostly on YouTube, and there's like a few comments here and there on Twitch, so it's only when you guys on Twitch get to chatting, then I need to pay attention to both. Eroch asked, can you speak Korean? Yeah, I've been here for 10 years. Of course I can speak some. My wife is Korean, you know. So, yeah, I can speak. I'm not fluent by any means, but I can speak enough, you know. I have a cat. He stays away. Do it in a place where, you know, it's vented, curly. The cat doesn't like the smell. Are you talking about painting whilst having a cat? Yeah, I also, when I was at home, I had my room, like my Gundam room, and we're do painting and building and all that and everything, but yeah, my cats never were allowed in the room. Just so I didn't want them messing with anything. And yeah, also there's like dangerous chemicals and stuff. Paints. I don't think they're gonna like eat the paint, but at least I'm sure there's like paint dust around and stuff that would just be not healthy for them. Probably not healthy for me either, but it still sucks. I can't get the MG units I want when I want them the most. I feel your pain, but there's a lot of new stuff coming out. And so that's one thing that Adam and I will be talking about tonight on the USA Gundam TV live stream. Adam will be filling us in on all the new stuff coming into stock. If you guys have like seen the pictures he's been posting on their Instagram page, you can see they've been getting lots of new stuff, pallets and pallets of kits coming in. I saw they had like a bunch of Sazbi Verkas and Epion MGs, all kinds of stuff. You hand painting or using an air? Oh, okay, sorry, you're not talking to me. Have you ever tried using a bead sticker as an alternative for a mono eye? I got from Delphi. Yes, Chris. I'm not sure about it, like a bead sticker, but like, essentially the same kind of thing, like just like a plastic piece, like a half round, just plastic piece, yeah, which is kind of the same kind of thing, sort of, yeah. Anyway, I'm sure it could look good. If I had like a bunch of them, I certainly would use them. I wouldn't be opposed to using them on a kit or something. Yes. Yes, I do have a Discord. You guys on Twitch there talking about my Discord. Yes, I do have a Discord. It's a Patreon reward thing, so if you want to become a Patreon supporter, I've got the Discord there as part of that. Just got the USA Gundam Store tequila sticker, very nice. That looks cool. The tequila Gundam sticker, super nicely done. Terry does awesome work on those stickers, on the artwork for those. What kit would you recommend to a newbie for their first PG? Well, if you want my absolute honest opinion, my recommendation would be to not get a PG, because especially if you're a newbie, because you've got that newbie PG fever, where kind of everyone goes through that stage, and I'm sure other people in the chat can probably relate. I can speak from my personal experience. When you're new to the hobby, and you kind of see PG kits as like the ultimate, and like that's what you want to have, because they're like the biggest, the most detailed, they have the most parts, they're the best. But honestly, they're not that fun to build. I have a lot more fun building HGs and MGs, RGs, kind of anything else. PGs are cool just because of like the size and the detail and everything. But like just for fun factor, for me, I just don't really find them that fun to build as much as other things. So just a word of, that. I don't think that it would be the case that, if you buy an MG or if you buy a PG, then you're going to end up being disappointed about it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, but I'm just saying, if you're, maybe, if you, have to be kind of conscious about how many kits you're, budgeting yourself to afford, per month or something like that. If you, are between buying like a couple of MGs or a PG, then I would maybe not recommend necessarily, wanting to blow all your Gunpla budget on a PG. If that's what you really want, then obviously go for it, but just my 2 cents on that. Anyway, if you do want a PG, for a beginner, I mean, any of them. The Exia would be a great one. The Unicorn is nice. Unicorn is very big and heavy, though. It can't really do quite as much. That's kind of the only really downside of the unicorn. It can't really like do any action pose or anything, I mean, very well. You're pretty limited in that sense, where the Exia can do a lot more. Then you have like some of the older ones are not going to be quite as nice as some of the newer ones, but certainly have some cool features, like the GPO one, if you can find one. It has the ability of making one of 2 different variants, and it has the whole MS cage and everything as well too, which is cool. So. How sturdy does the frame for this kit feel? Totally sturdy. The frame, whilst I've talked about before how the frame on this kit is a little bit simple, it's totally sturdy. Yeah, it's fine. Also, no polycaps. Again, I don't think the whole polycaps, no polycaps it's not that big a deal. It's usually pretty inconsequential whether a kit has polycaps or not. It doesn't really mean anything. It's nothing really to get that excited about one way or the other, in my opinion. But you know, if that's something that you care about, this kit does not have any polycaps. What is it about Genshin Impact that kept you playing it? Not that kept me playing it, Mike, that keeps me playing it all day long if I could. It's super fun. I don't know, it's a beautiful game for one, and there's so much to explore. Actually, I'm really looking forward to the new update right now, because I'm actually like, I'm getting to the limit of like that I've explored everything, but you know, there's always more stuff to do in the game. So I know it's a lot of fun. Just the gameplay is a lot of fun. I just love it, like going around exploring the environment, because there's a lot of variety in there. Yeah, it's just a beautiful game. So it's very visually pleasing as well. So definitely check it out. I'm totally free to play. I haven't spent $1 in the game, and you know, you don't have to spend any money to enjoy it at all. And I have, you know, even without spending any money, I have most of the characters. You know, basically the whole kind of reason to spending money would be to unlock more characters in the wish system, which is totally random. It's a gacha game, so obviously spending money will allow you to get all the characters, more weapons, and also like if you get doubles of the characters, then you unlock their constellations. With each character has like 6 constellations, basically like 6 levels of the character, and at each level they kind of, their ability or whatever is increased, or there's like some aspect of the character that's increased in some way or something like that. So yeah, that is one thing one benefit of spending more money in the game. So like, even though I have most of the characters, you know, most of my characters are at like level 0, which means like I just got them just the one. I think I only have like 2 characters that are at their highest level at C6, level 6. And you know, a few that are just kind of in between. C1, C2, C3. I have a couple, but if we're gonna talk about Genshin Impact, which I'm very happy to do, I will say, because I know some of you guys do follow me, because I tweet about it every now and then on Twitter, and I know some of you guys are kind of following me, and I did do a live stream, a gameplay live stream on Twitch once before, and I would want to do some more, but it's just kind of hard to find the time to do that. But if you guys want to see me playing that on Twitch, you know, follow on Twitch, and I'll be trying to do some more when I can. Anyway, I finally got Rosaria, and it was really funny. Again, this is not really going to make any sense for those of you guys who don't play the game, so just kind of feel free to tune out for a little bit. But Rosaria was the new kind of recent character that you could get, and she was on the same banner with Child. And I rolled, and I think like within my first couple of rolls, because I always just do single rolls, not like a 10 roll. and like, it was like in one of my first few rolls I got Child, which is the 5-star character, is a harder one to get, but I got pretty lucky, I guess, even though I didn't really necessarily want Child. But okay, he's a 5-star character, so yeah, I'll take him. And then it was forever I was trying and trying. I used, I don't know, maybe like 24 wishes. And again, I'm free to play, so this is a lot of saved up Primo Gems to try to get Rosaria, because I really did want Rosaria, but just because I wanted a good solid ice DPS. I have Chongyun, I have Diona, and I think at this time, right around the same time, I did get Chi-Chi as well too, right around the same time, but all of them are just kind of support. Even Chongyun I've kind of like barely used. It just doesn't really seem that good for my purposes. I know every character can be good, and there'll be someone who will say Chongyun's actually good, but anyway, I wanted a good solid ice DPS. And Rosaria looked pretty boss, even though I don't really necessarily like her character design all that much. I don't know why her skin is so pale, it's kind of ugly. But, I mean, I story-wise, I do get why she looks like that. But anyway, just character design, maybe not really the best, but I just wanted her for her polearm use, also because I didn't really have a very fun polearm user. I just had, who's the girl? Changlin. So I really wanted Rosaria, and I did like 24, maybe more, even close to like 30 or something. I don't know exactly. Yeah, no, it was definitely more than that. Yeah, isn't it like almost 50? And I was not getting her, and I used up all the Primo Gems I had saved up, and then like we got the 1.5 announcement, and I was like, all right, with 1.5 coming out, you know, I'm just gonna save up. I'm gonna start saving up for the new characters that are coming in the 1.5 update. I'm gonna stop trying to get Rosaria, and so I was like, all right, I'll do one more pull for Rosaria, and then that'll be the last of it. I'm not gonna. I need to start saving for 1.5. And on the last pull, I got her! Dang! That was so lucky. And so I've been raising her up since then, over the past week or so. And really enjoying playing with her. It's a pretty fun character to play. So I've been enjoying that. And also, over the past few days, I've been going back and trying to raise up my Beidou a little bit as well too. I've had Beidou for a little while, but I haven't really used her at all. Just because, you know, at first when I first got her and I first was trying her out, I was feeling like, I don't know if I really like playing as her. And then I'd seen like on YouTube videos and stuff from other people, just basically just kind of got the sense that she's not that great of a character, and it seemed like not really a lot of people were really recommending much like playing with her. So I was thinking like, nah, alright, well, I don't know if I'm really gonna do much with her, but I did kind of really like her character, and so I wanted to try to give her another chance. So I looked up a couple of videos just to kind of about like recommending how to better use her, and so yeah, now I've been like over the past few days putting Beidou back into the rotation and trying to raise her up as well too, and I'm liking her more now. It's just she's not an easy character to use. I think that's kind of the hard thing. With her, because you have to really pay attention to like timing her counterattack, for example, which is not easy to do. And also just because of the fact that I have Kaching as like a 5-star Electro DPS, I don't really need another Electro DPS character, but I like Beidou, so I wanna give her a shot. What characters do you have? Like I said, I have most. I don't have kind of like the most popular characters that if you like watch people like who are playing, like who are pro gamers, like people on YouTube or whatever, a lot of the ones that people use most regularly are the ones that I don't have. Like I don't have Venti, I don't have Ginn, I don't have Zhongli, but he's coming in a 1.5, so I know maybe I will get lucky and get Zhongli. I don't have Klee, unfortunately. Also another one that I know a lot of people like to play. See, I said Venti, right? Venti, Ginn, Zhongli, and who was the other one? Xiao or Xiao? I don't have. Who I really want, in the trial, you could have like the test run using him, and I did really like playing with his character. He's a lot of fun to play, so I really hope that he'll come back in a future banner again. I'm sure he will, because I really want another chance to try to get Xiao. The other ones, I mean, not that really all that much. I don't know. Venti was on that banner recently, another chance to get him, and I rolled, you know, a few times. I think maybe around 20 or so, maybe rolls on that banner and didn't get him. Just not that upset about it. Very useful and character, I'm sure, but not really. Doesn't really seem like the most fun for me personally. What 5-star did I get last time? Chi-Chi and Tartaglia are kind of the recent 5-stars that I got, both of them. Yeah, Child as well too. I think it's gonna take me a while before I can really get used to his playstyle. Just from messing around with him a little bit so far, I don't really enjoy that much his playstyle, but I think it's also another case similar like Beidou. I just kind of need to get used to it. Let me see. I'm just checking to make sure there's nobody I forgot. He also gets a lot better with Ascension talents. Let's see here. Here you are. So yeah, Beidou, Keqing, Noel, Diluc, Ningguang, Fischl, Xingqiu, Bennett, Rosaria, Diona, Razor, Chi-Chi, Tartaglia, Sucrose, the free characters, Barbara, Xinyan, Changling, Chongyun. Yep, there you go. So, yeah, for free to play, I think that's pretty lucky probably with those. Let's build the backpack. Hmm. How does this go? Like that. Okay. And the other one. Like that. So, hang on. Oh, it's the wrong piece. That's why. That was weird. But wait a minute. So that goes like that. Okay. This looks like this part should slide because it kind of looks like there's like a track there that this will slide, but I guess maybe not. It's just kind of weird they molded it that way. And have any of you guys seen, I'll have to check if this is in fact the case or not, but have any of you guys seen online that the backpacks are interchangeable with the Zaku Warrior backpacks on this one? Because I believe this plug looks the same, so it seems like they would be interchangeable. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm talking like the wizard packs. It looks kind of similar. House of Hain asking, are you going to paint this? I'm not sure, actually. I am thinking about possibly doing like a quick paint job on this. Like, nothing too crazy. Just something simple. Possibly. Do you think we'll get an MG Gale Strike Gundam and a Strike E version RM? Probably not. I don't think so. Am I gonna get the HG Dagger L? No, I don't plan on getting and reviewing that kit. Sorry to say. I got that. Pretty nice details in the wing binder parts, though. That's for sure. How does this part go in there? Hey. Like that. Okay. Let's see. Do you think G Gundam will get some more love in the near future? New HGs, RGs, Shining God Gundam, you know, I don't know, Mike. I wish and I hope, but there's no indication that that'll be the case. So, you know, I'm not gonna hold my breath on that, but you know, we can hope. You never know. You never know what Bandai's got up their sleeve. So could happen. Are you gonna do the MG Lightning Strike pack, Speedball Haro? I don't think so. When it first came out, like the China Red version, I did kind of want to get it because it looked pretty cool, I thought. But then like when seeing the regular color version, or I guess I could see it in more detail, because like the red version, I don't know, I guess maybe I couldn't see it in that well of detail. But after looking at it again, I don't know, I just didn't really like the look of it all that much. I think, again, if you guys saw the, I talked about it in the Zaku News video, I thought, I don't know, yeah, it looks like a rejected F90 design. It doesn't really look like something out of Gundam Seed, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't have to look like it's something in canon. I just want it to look cool. That's the main thing. And it does look kind of cool, but I don't know, it looks a bit odd, too. So, oh, it does slide. There's the top part slides. Okay, so the top part slides in and out like that, I guess, for a better range of movement. See, otherwise it's kind of limited. You can slide that out and then that will move back farther. That opens up. This part also moves slightly, but I don't think it's supposed to. What did you end up using the HG GOG for? Oh, I've not used that for anything yet. So I'll certainly let you guys know when I do. It's right over there, so it's still here. I still have plans to use that. What's up, Steel Kaiju? Do you have a favorite aquatic suit? Maybe not really. I don't know. A lot of those aquatic Xeon designs I don't really like all that much. I think they have a certain charm to them. I get the appeal. For some people, it's just not really to my personal taste. There's the backpack, which is pretty nice. And this pops on. So did anyone answer if you know if the backpack is compatible with the wizard backpacks of the Zaku Warrior or not? Oh! Ah! Yes, the Kapul, that's a good point. Yes, I do love the Kapul. I always forget that that's an aquatic mobile suit because I just think of that in terms of Turn A. But yeah, I guess the Kapul is an aquatic mobile suit, isn't it? And also the Hygog. I guess I could say the Hygog. Yeah, right. Like exactly. Yeah, the Hygog definitely is the coolest, no doubt about that. Did the Hygog exist during the 1 Year War, or did it exist and like we didn't really see it, or did that not exist until a little bit later on? Very late in the 1 Year War, Goofy said. Okay. I know anime-wise it's in War in the Pocket, but I just mean like in canon. I didn't know like when it was developed. The Ginn, at least canonical, isn't supposed to accept striker packs. Yeah, I mean like the wizard packs of the Zakus. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily expect it to be a canon thing. I just wonder if the connection is the same, if you can do it if you wanted to. Just because it looks the same as far as I can tell, but... we got 4 of these, right? 4 magazines. And this. 3 magazines in there, and then 1 in the gun, which is here. What the? Oh, okay. Kind of ugly detail there at the front end of the gun, to be honest. This little part in between, because it's got like, it's very detailed, but it's got like these little hollow gaps in there. It kind of doesn't look that good. Let's see, then that's this little part here, right? And there like that. Yeah, not really the coolest rifle design, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Is Juagu aquatic? Yes, I would say the Juagu is an aquatic mobile suit, yeah. What side is that? I like the much simpler feel of this and the Zaku Warrior kits. Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before and like I've talked about, I feel like these MG kits are a little bit simpler than your kind of usual modern MGs, like compared to a lot of the MGs that we've had out in recent time. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing by any means. It just depends on what you want. Yeah, I don't mind it at all either. I think they're fine like that. Do you have your Zaku Warrior MG with you? I've got one over there. Yeah, there is one over there. So I can try out the backpack later on. I'm just, you know, asking you guys because mine's over there. But I'll try it. Here in a bit. There we go. I got my hands. Oh, Deanjo said I got my hands on the HG Gustav Karl. Really looking forward to having a chunky boy. Is there anything to be mindful of when building a kit? Not really. Not that I can remember. I would just say I would recommend maybe trying to get your hands on some sort of different weapon for it, because the tiny little rifle that it's included with it is kind of puny and not that fun. Let's see. Yeah, pretty cool that you have a handle on these as well too, on the missile pods. I didn't really know that was a gimmick of this kit until I was doing the unboxing and I saw in the manual or in the artwork that you can do that. This handle pops out the back that you can hold on to for just firing this by hand, and that slides back in like that for when you're plugging this onto the leg. Now, one thing I meant to talk about this when we were putting the legs together and I was busy talking about something else, but I don't necessarily like the leg design, how blocky the leg design is, just like this big flat front of that and very blocky sides. Again, I think that's probably pretty accurate to the design, so I get that, but it just looks kind of ugly. So where does this plug onto? Oh, the side skirt, I guess, probably. Right there, like that. That's kind of doesn't look that good, to be honest. But let's see, and this can plug onto the other side. And we need our trigger finger hand to hold the rifle. And I can show you guys everything here. There we go. So it's gonna be a little bit back heavy because of the backpack, but the backpack doesn't weigh that much. I think it should be totally fine. Alright, there you go. Adjust the camera a little bit there so you can see that. There it is. There it is. All done. We do have a bunch of stickers, which I'll maybe place a few of them on there. But I don't really, that's the other thing about this guy, I don't really like the sticker design all that much either, as well too. It's got kind of a, I don't know, ugly design for the stickers. But, there you have it. So yeah, pretty simple one, didn't take a didn't take too long to put it together. And does end up looking very cool. So yeah, relatively simple MG, but I think it looks nice, yeah. It is looking nice indeed. I made it back in time for the completion, there you go. When the shows up, it's getting built the same day. Yeah, you could definitely build it in the same day. So, I'll go ahead and work on my review for this and hopefully have that posted for you guys tomorrow, because I'm not sure if I'll have time to also edit and post that as well today too. Probably not. But just another reminder, I'll be live later this afternoon with Josh for an episode of Plamo No Trend. If you're in the US, that'll be very late at night for you, so you might not be able to catch that, but if you're up, tune in. Otherwise, Friday morning for you guys there in the US, that'll be tonight. For me, I'll be live as well with Adam on the USA Gundam TV channel, doing our episode there, where just again we're going to be giving away P Bandai MG kit, so enter to win that. Go to the USA Gundam Store Facebook or Instagram accounts, or the USA Gundam TV YouTube community tab, where there's a post there. Comment on any one of those, just with your question for us, and then you're entered into the giveaway, so check that out. What are your future plans for the kit, Julius? I'm thinking about possibly painting it, but I haven't decided for sure. We'll see. I have quite the queue here in my painting. I have like 3 kits at the moment that are prepped. They're sanded, they're clean, they're ready for paint. I just need to paint them. So there's kind of a line of some kits waiting to be painted already. That said, just before we wrap up totally today, I will give you guys a little preview of this guy. Here's my RE-SD Zaku. So, for comparison, I'll have if I can get this better in the frame, there we go. I'll have the video showing you guys that more in full later on, but there's just a little preview at that. How that guy's looking. It's pretty goofy, but I don't know. It was an ugly design to start off with, so I think like no matter what, it's gonna be an improvement. So I think I improved it. It still looks pretty goofy, but I'll have a video showing you guys that in full detail soon. But that's gonna be all for right now, guys. So I'll see you later today if you're gonna be around for Plamo No Trend tonight with Adam. But for now, have a good rest of the day. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.